Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones daily review. So we ended up with quite a big engulfing red candle yesterday, and didn't quite bounce off the areas I was expecting us to bounce, and actually moved through those levels. So I'll pick those levels up on the lower time frame, but I think the key level at the moment is pretty much in this area, and that's from a daily perspective anyway. So you can see these swing highs here, that tail there. That is a pretty good area, and you can see there was buying coming off this level, just above this level. Probably easy off a 4 hour. There was buying coming in just off that level. Okay, and it didn't really line up with anything. Okay, I lie. It lined up with this 4 hour pin bar here. Okay, so that is a pretty good area for me anyway to look for the next lot of long entries. However, and a big however, we have a pretty solid 4 hour bar through the alligator. Okay, we are grouped to the downside here, and we do have a bit of divergence here. Okay, now this is continuation divergence. In other words, we have a pretty much from this area here. So we've got price making a low and then making a higher low, but the oscillator is making a lower low. So this is normally continuation in the direction that we were moving in, which would be up. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical. So the way I see this at the moment is we've had a break down. We've closed below this swing low here. Okay, we're hovering up back above it at the moment, but I have my doubts. Okay, so this could be just a pullback to this area and then another move, a second move down, which would be nice if we could just get a second move playing out. We haven't had a second move playing out for pretty much the last 4 weeks. Okay, so we tend to get these massive moves in a direction and then we reverse immediately. So in my view, at the moment, we are still pretty much in a range. Okay, the area where we have these three resistance levels is pretty much bottom of range for me. Okay, and I think that goes hand in glove with what's going on in the political scene. So we've got trade war. I'm not going to call it positiveness, but we've got more movement on the trade war scene, and we've had some really good results and some good data coming out of the US. So I think people are just waiting. They're not selling; they're just waiting to see what happens. And for me, the line in the sand is pretty much going to be these three areas here, and I'll give you those levels now. And the last line of defense is going to be around the bottom here. Okay, so I'd be looking. Oh, there's another level here. We're on the 4 hour, which is pretty much that swing high there, because this is a gap. Okay, so we're looking at 26,195, 26,250, 26,288, and sorry, 26,311, 26,288, 26,250, 26,195, and last line of defense, 26,100. Okay, if you look at the oscillator on the 4 hour, it is indicating we are bottom of range, or pretty close to bottom of range at the moment. But the other inside bars are over here. Okay, you can see these tails here, inside tails here, and we've used it as support a couple of times, and now we've bounced off it again. Okay, so 50-50 for me at the moment. I think we are bottom of range, but I'd like to see a second move. So I'm not really interested in jumping into this now, especially not after a strong move like that. I want to see a second move, so let it rally a little bit, through the morning session and then pull back. Okay, so these are the areas that I'm looking to get back in on a long. This first area here of 26,385 could also be the area, but I'm just going to be cautious on this. So wait for the rally, come back, form a double bottom, or come and pick up one of these levels before I get in. So I'm really looking for that second move. What I mean by that is there's my first move, there's my second and third move. So there were 3 attempts to push down, which failed, and then we rallied to the top of the range. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Nothing really else that we can read into this at the moment. You can see on the half hour how we broke through the alligator, back tested with a pin bar, back tested a second time before moving back down. Okay, and that was a fairly strong move. If we'd taken it from this pin bar here to that level to 270 pips. Okay, and if you were short, I'd definitely be looking to take profit soon. Maybe taking some profit and just waiting with one just to see whether we get another push down. And I really want to see a second move. If we can get the second move and we start forming a base, that's a great area for a long. Okay, what's going to change my view that we are short is a couple of things. But the first thing would be a rally back into the alligator here, and then some price action that indicates we're turning. Then what I would expect is a short there, but that would be my second move. Okay, so essentially what I'd be looking for is something like that. Okay, and that would make sense. So a decent rally up to there, and then a move down here. But that's going to be the better trade of the two, because that is 300 points. Okay, so anyway guys, that's my view for now. I'm saying we're in a range, looking for a second move, and the bottom of the range is pretty much, in my view, somewhere in this area here. Okay, so just watch out, see if we can get a second move. But we could have a trend change. But remember, we could have had a trend change last week, which was this one here, and then we rallied back through it. Okay, so that's always an indication of a range. And I think before we close off, let's just have a quick look at the ichimoku, because that's always a good signal for us. And you can see on the 4-hour, Kijinsen and Tenkan-sen are flat. We're back on the bottom side of the cloud. So there is no direction at the moment with the 4-hour. The daily, the trend is still up. We are just far from Kijinsen. You'd like to see a pullback all the way down to Kijinsen, and the trend would still be up on that. Okay, so we do have a double top forming here. So if we do break through what I'm defining as the absolute bottom of this range, which is 26.3, 26, what's that? 26,300 or 26,310. Then you have a double top, and if we do have the double top, you're going to see a move down to test the cloud, which would close this gap at the bottom, which would then sort out that magnet, because that is a magnet at the moment. It's attracting a lot of sellers, and then we can see where we're moving to from there. Okay. Also makes sense from a weekly perspective as well, because if you look at Kijinsen and Tenkan-sen are so far apart and flat, that's an indication that we are tired. We're looking for a pullback. Okay, so anyway guys, that's my view at the moment. Looking for a little bit of a pullback, and then another long into the underside of the 4-hour Ichi. Oh, sorry, the 4-hour Bull Williams, not the Ichimoku. So looking for a bit of a rally into this area for another short, and the short would come down pretty much, hopefully to test the bottom of this range. If we do break the bottom of this range, then we're looking for a deeper move down. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Definitely a range, could be a double top, but the fact that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts to get through this top level here does give me a little bit of confidence that any pullback I can short, especially with a solid red bar here. Okay, but very cautious at the bottom of the range. So it may just be short to the bottom of the range and then see what happens there. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.